Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a short episode of the Real Forno Show. I'm your host, Tyler Forness, on the brand new Vikings First and SKOL YouTube channel. We are here to talk about Vikings free agency, and they just made a move by restructuring the contract of Jordan Hicks. Here's what we know so far. Vikings are going to save money on the salary cap. What we don't know is literally everything else. This is a very strong free agency group for the linebacker position, and it was probably advantageous for Hicks to take a pay cut rather than test the market, because there was a good chance that he was going to get lost in the shuffle and may not end up with as good of a contract as what the Vikings were willing to offer him with a pay cut. Currently, Hicks, this is the final year of Hicks's contract, and there are no void years. So there is a chance that they add a void year, but I doubt it, considering that they have been reluctant to push any money into 2024 at this point so far in the offseason. Now, what this does for the Vikings is it doesn't leave a gaping hole at the linebacker position. They still need to fortify and add some depth, and we can honestly pencil in Hicks as the starter. Here's the caveat. If it's a league minimum contract with no more guarantees until it vests in week one, there's not a guarantee that Hicks is on this team at the beginning of the year or will be a starting linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, with this restructure and the restructure of Chris Reed, the Vikings will be saving upwards of $4 million of what is currently listed on overthecap.com, which is about $7.4 million over the salary cap. This is a very interesting move, and we'll bring in producer Dave, who's going to be appearing in the top right corner, and let's get his take on this. Dave, what do you think about Jordan Hicks? Because we've talked about it. The Vikings could have just saved $5 million by cutting him straight up and not having to worry about anything. But then they would have had to replace both linebackers, one of them being Brian Asamoah, and then they'd have to figure out another starter next to him. How do you feel about them keeping Hicks?
Well, as Kevin Seifert said here, it's not surprising. Jordan Hicks is the man that this team, Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell, signed, right? So he's their guy. And if you wanted to keep somebody who didn't play poorly last year, he played okay, but he played better against the run than he did against the pass, and hopefully Brian Flores will utilize that. It's probably a good move, and it's a good veteran presence in the linebacker room. And it's cheap, and like you said, depending on how that contract is written, all it does is get us under the cap, and we may lose him anyways if he doesn't perform. So it's a good move.
Yeah, I think it's an overall solid move, but don't mistake this for anything other than, hey, we're going to save money on the salary cap. We don't know if he's going to be on this football team. There have been plenty of players to take a pay cut in the offseason that don't end up on the football team come week one. So don't panic and saying, oh, the Vikings are going to just play Hicks. We don't know what the vision is quite yet. Let's just relax and just be thankful that we don't have to replace linebacker like we do cornerback. There will be a lot more coming from this YouTube channel. And then the second YouTube gives us the permission, we will be going live with these. In the meantime, just enjoy the shorts, enjoy the content, and we are going to be bringing a lot more to you moving forward. Take care and SKOL Viking.
Like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications. It helps us grow this community that we all love, our Minnesota Vikings. And on behalf of Tyler Forness and myself, Dave Stefano, thank you so dearly for watching The Real Forno Show. SKOL, everyone!